What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got for you a jump training and strength training session for our elite level soccer players. So these girls, they play at the highest club level in America. And right now it's not necessarily an off season because it's year round, but they're in a little bit of a lull before their season pops up again, right, in a couple months. We're at the end of the month of February. So we really are trying to hit it hard, make sure we build some great foundations, build some strength, some power, starting to transition it more to be a little bit more sports specific. So this is one of the sessions that we have given them, right, to build that strength, to get them ready to go, to hit it hard. So if you guys enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure you're subscribed to catch all of them. Hope you guys like it. All right guys, so starting off, we're doing banded pogos, double leg, single leg, alternating. We're gonna end up doing 2 rounds of these. We're not starting with the regular pogos. So 2 rounds, 10 of everything. Keep everything stiff, poppy, right? You can kind of go through this one and then on the next one, up the level a little bit. The goal of this workout, as I said in the intro, this is for our elite level soccer players, right? They play for the highest club level in America. Goals to go play really, really high level D1. So when they do this, we push them, they push themselves. Push yourself when you do this, right? Just don't go through the motion. If you want to get to that next level, everything matters, including something as simple as a banded pogo. All right, after that, we're doing some of the single leg multi-planar plate hops. So get the plates close. You're gonna go 1 foot, 6 each side. Every time you hit a plate is 1. You're gonna go up, down, over. If you follow us on Instagram at @PowerLife_Fitness, you will have seen us do this with Caleb. So we hit this jump training session, right? The jump portion of it with our soccer players. You can progress it, yeah. So real quick, after we do that, we're gonna spread them apart, get them a little bit wider. Repeat the same thing. It's gonna be harder because they're wider. Make sure you try to land in the middle of that plate when you go. Really jump, really focus. So, you know, we do this portion with all of our athletes for that day, but you progress it a little bit differently depending on the level of athlete. Obviously, you guys know Caleb's a freaking stud, so we can push him pretty hard. The lifting portion of this, though, is high level. And then we're gonna go rear foot elevated, okay? So you just take that one leg fully out of it. Bring the plates a little bit closer if you need to. Same thing, multi-planar plate hops. Moving towards more of the fun part, we got hurdle jumps. So typically we'll start with just the same height for all of them, run through that a time or 2, and then progress to different heights. However, we are going straight to different heights because we can. So we're doing this, different heights, land and go, don't get stuck in the mud. Next up, we are doing running hurdle jumps. Okay, so try to float over these, right? We're not running them like we're hurdle jumpers in track, hurdle runners, hurdlers. Okay, we're trying to float over, make the land part of the movement. That land's gonna take you into your next step. Be able to absorb that force, land and go, use it for the next movement, okay? Float over the top.
You gotta be casual with it.
Solid effort right there.
Dude.
Spencer thought he was invincible on the low hurdles. Big jump over, casual, be able to absorb that force a while. I'm the new jumper. I'm the best jumper here. All right, Spencer's trying to redeem himself with the big hurdle. He can do it. Spencer's a fabulous jumper, as everybody knows. Okay, we get it. My turn. Oh yeah! We're doing hurdle running jumps into a box jump. So we're gonna be here, hurdle, hurdle, jump. I don't care if your jump is 2 foot or 1 foot. If it's 1 foot though, make sure you try to land on 2 feet. But you can do whatever. What did you do?
I did 2.
You did 2?
One.
Spencer and I are 2 foot jumpers, so that's often what we will do. But same thing, float over those hurdles, make it an extension, right? That box jump, ooh, there's a 1 foot. Right, that box jump, treat it like it's another hurdle, land on top, right? We're just cutting the landing a little higher. So don't treat it any different. Get your steps and your strides right. First exercise, we got hang cleans. So you don't see us doing these often with some of the kids we train more at the youth level. But when we have our high level athletes, we like to do hang cleans. So dip down, big jump, drive. Teaching a hang clean is technical, but I do not think it's that hard. I legit tell them, dip down like a baby RDL, big jump, drive your elbows up. And yesterday we taught one of our girls how to hang clean. She got it in what, like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, you need to build it, you need to grow. However, I think it's a very great exercise. Pick and choose who you want to do it with. Some people, it's not worth it at all. So that's for you guys to decide, or for yourself. If you're just one of those people who cannot figure it out, doesn't feel right, doesn't feel good, don't do it. There's so many other power exercises. Here you go. There's so many other power exercises you guys can do that work on hip extension and jumping other than a clean. I was taught it in college. I taught Spence how to do it a couple years ago. We love it, so we use it. And if an athlete picks it up naturally, then we do it. If it's a little challenging, we might not, we might wait a little bit. So up to you guys whether you can do this or not. After the cleans, we're doing some lifting things. So we're starting with a front squat with an oscillation. Basically a fancy way of saying a pulse. So you can drop in, give 2 pulses, stand up, core stays tight, loaded up in your glutes. Make sure you're stable right down, baby up, and then all the way up. Great type of training, kind of works that isometric a little bit. That bottom phase, stay in there, cruising force to get out of it. Next up, we got front foot elevated, step down, iso, 2-way. So 1 foot up there, you're gonna squat down, you're gonna hold this position, you're gonna tap the other foot back. Notice how the foot that's stationary in the box, that angle does not change. Actively squeeze your glutes, right? Keep that angle the exact same the entire time. Just reach back with the other leg, bring it back to the top. So we're going 2-way, we're gonna go lateral. Keep that angle nice and low. Tap to the side, bring it back. Make sure you hit the other direction. So, whoa. 4 total movements. Look at that quad. Third thing, we got a sled drag run. So you're gonna be dragging it, running. We're holding handles because if we don't, sled might eat our toesies. So get low just like you're doing your sled drag, right? Exact same thing, just run as fast as you can, sprint with it on the way back. Well, I guess not sprint. Back pedal sprint. Next series, we are doing a single leg hip thrust, half on the bench or the box with a single arm dumbbell press. So lots of words. Essentially, you're doing a single leg hip thrust, but only half of your torso is on, okay? Really gotta squeeze your abs, really gotta squeeze your butt, or else you're going to fall. Don't have an ego when it comes to this lift, right? You're not gonna be pressing what you normally would be. This one's gonna throw you off. Keep your hips high the entire time, okay? This is a big part of this exercise is keeping your hips up, squeezing your glutes, not letting them dip down, right? Keep them up to the ground, or up to the ground, that makes sense. Up to the sky, don't let them sink to the ground. Drive through this heel as much as you can, okay? Press, squeeze everything. Next exercise, we're doing a banded kettlebell swing. So you're gonna put that resistance band around the kettlebell, step on it, make it a little bit more resisted. Really get big hip extensions. This is a hip hinge movement, right? Not a squat. Big hip extension. Drive that thing up to eye level, actively pull it down. Third thing, we got a single leg, single arm dumbbell row, rear foot elevated. Okay, so you've seen us do some single leg stuff before. This time we just have a little added stability so we can row heavier. Okay, so 1 leg on the box or bench, same side rows. Your row doesn't change, back stays flat. Keep that elbow tucked, extend and contract through that lat. It allows to be single leg, so you're gonna really feel this in your glute. On the standing leg, slight knee bend, load it up there and do your row. Final series before abs, starting off with some face pulls. So really pinch your shoulder blades together, relax your shoulders, keep your shoulders down low, don't let them scrunch. Just pinch your shoulder blades together as much as you can. Feel them expand as you go back with that cable. We're going for 15. You can stand square or split, whatever you want to do. Keep your core tight. Don't let your back bow when you're pulling. Second thing, we are doing ropes in the squat ISO. So this one and the next exercise after, it is going to be up to you to determine how hard you make it. What I mean by that is you can just drop into your squat ISO. You can just do your ropes, not really feel it, just kind of go through the motions. Or you can drop in, go fast with the ropes, actively squeeze your glutes, squeeze your legs, screw your feet into the ground as hard as you possibly can for 30 seconds. This is how hard you make it. With our high level soccer players, our high level athletes, they make this hard, right? It is as hard as you make it. Do it right, do it hard. You're gonna get out of it what you put into it. Last exercise, we are doing a split squat ISO with a medial band pull. So resistance band on the front leg, that band's pulling to the inside, which means you have to actively squeeze your butt, screw your foot into the ground, drive your knee out, okay? You're squeezing as hard as you can, trying to pull your 2 feet together. Try to pull your front foot back, try to pull your back foot forward so you kind of close the gap between the 2 feet, okay? You're going 10 seconds aside. Once again, this is how hard you make it. If you're squeezing, if you're pulling your feet together as hard as you can, this will be hard. If you're just dropping into a squat ISO, it's not gonna be that challenging, okay? Actively pull those feet together, squeeze as hard as you can. For abs, we got one thing and one thing only, so make it count. We got alternating dead bugs weighted. So grab some weights, do some dead bugs alternating, keep that back down on the ground, okay? Drive that back into the ground. Extend opposite, slow and controlled on the way down and on the way up. No ego here when it comes to lifting, right? We select weights that are gonna help us become better. Every time we step into the gym, every time we train, we should be wanting to get to a higher level, regardless of what that is. It doesn't matter what your higher level is. All that matters is it's a higher level than where you started from, right? We come here to get better. We don't come here for ego. So do a weight that's going to help you get better. Not just with dead bugs, right? I'm talking about with everything. The best people are those who have self-awareness. So hope you guys enjoyed this workout. Life lessons. Get it good. Bye.